You know, it's a decent time to start now because I've just noticed I've messed up. I turned my controls off before I had my overlap, so you know that's fun. I'd already done this the other parts, but like sure we're going about this one time. Chat captured, that piece captured. Thank you for informing me via email that like I'm streaming. Yes, I know. Thank you very much. I appreciate the message though. Actually, come to think of it, it would perhaps have been easier to, instead of talking to the YouTube API and doing that stuff, to just use a mail server that receives the messages for whenever I go live. As stupid as that sounds, that might actually be easier. Although, I mean, oh hey, I still have that text up there. Yeah, that's a thing, that, you know, happened last time. We're not doing that today, we're not racing with Jordan together. Yes. You know what I'm driving. Well, we're driving the Mercedes. I can tell you that already. We're driving the GT4. Let me just grab the... Something that's interesting, my gloves, I just put them on. Like, the last time I drove was like a week ago. And they feel really weird. They feel like stiff. Maybe I need to wash them badly. That's probably the answer to this entire problem. There's just dried sweat that effectively is just making them stiff. It's a bit weird. Also, I haven't driven in like a week, so there's that to add to the confusion and shenanigans. Where is our race information? Is it here? No, it isn't. Well, then we'll go on the Discord server. Maybe it is disclosed there. Use the race lake. Race server's up. Thank you. Yeah, that's a bit chaotic there, but sure. I mean, we have done a bit of... Yeah, OBS, would you kindly reconnect and get yourself to working again? Fine, okay. They don't have the classes in different colors. The McLaren driver is currently the fastest, but he's the only one who has put in time in at all. There's still 22 minutes remaining in practice. Yes, we're actually doing practice. What's happening here? I know. Crazy things. Yank that camber up to maximum. We probably want to also run some cast actually to maximum, then yank the camber up there. Tow, what is that? We don't need that on the rear. Yank the camber up as well. Well, last time I drove this car it was on the series all hell, so like, Well, actually, last time I drove it wasn't too bad. I drove it at... that was me driving it at... What was it? That was Paul Ricard's. I drove it with Asa. Which does give you an idea, like, how long it's been. Like, it's been a hot minute since I last drove this car. We can't adjust basically anything on the suspension, really. Oh, you can adjust the bump stop range. Not range, the rate, which is like, yeah, that's useful. You can put an anti-roll bar into the back. That's neat. What else do we have for fun stuff? Oh, good. Some lag and some GT3 shenanigans. There's some... Here it comes, just a slow bump. Pretty new there. Brake ducts, I mean, 5.4 is a bit much. And then we take the rear wing off because that's an optional accessory. And we're not paying for that one. Tire pressures look like, to me, like they're sensible. And I still want to drive out of the cockpit, thank you very much. Good question, does everything work right now? Seems like it to me. Some heart rate is just stupid high. Also, I'm feeling like I'm sitting down a bit far. Oh. You know, it's been a minute. It has definitely been a minute. So, maybe I adjust the driving perspective a bit. This feels a bit uncomfortable. I feel like I'm sitting on top of the steering wheel a bit. We have a mirror, which is like an upgrade over the Alpine. Although considering our Lexus, if that also won. I don't think chat's a lot of TC out of that corner. Let's get the tires first up to temps and see where we are with it. What a meaty machine. No wonder Isaac loves driving these. I mean, I have some history with the with the GT3 Evo. Haven't driven it also, but also not driven it in a while. I think my last public video upload was of me actually driving that car, pre-VTube debut. So that also dates it, because that means it's... Because I think I started VTubing in late 2021, if I remember correctly. That could be wrong or not. Could have been 2022. Tire pressure is low. I mean, I'm also carrying a decent chunk of fuel, but like I think that's roughly what I need for the race. I'm practicing as usual on race fuel. Here's a mandatory pit stop. That's only for 1 liter, so probably should use their first gear. I am definitely not used to Multiclass. I got completely jump scared by that. I'm so sorry, Ferrari, bro. I am definitely not used to it. Okay, let me move to the right. You cross on the left. Yeah, the mirror is definitely a tad small. Would be nice if they put a larger one in here. $38. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? I'm useless. And then I overcooked turn 1. Yeah, we're whopping. It's not too bad. 1.5 seconds. I mean, it's bad, but like, yeah, I thought it was a bit more. First look. But still, that's quite fucking bad. Especially because, you know, the alien of the Alpine hasn't showed up yet. I mean, it's 2 McLarens, which probably do pretty fine here on the circuit. But also, like, at times the car does feel really like it's navigating the corners quite well. Maybe I should go full hot lap pro and turn the TC off. Oh god, that was... didn't feel quite right. I don't know why I'm supposed to get another second out of that. We can start chopping a few tenths off here now. Oh god, come on! It just went flicker, flicker, flicker on the fucking ABS there. The entire way through the corner. Let's try moving the brake bias reverts and see if the ABS stops being so chatty. Still slightly faster exits. GT3 is behind me. Terrorize me again. Oh god, I slowed down way faster than before. Yeah, I think that the brake bias was too far forward. And that made the ABS like chat like crazy. We shall see going down the hill here. Oh god, it's still chatting like crazy. The ABS is just so fucking chatty, it's... Just look at it go! I'm down now on my time. Getting a feel again for like what is decent entry speeds and all of that. Still need to find the 710s though. And there's about one in turn 1. Oh, like 2 there. Then I like slow exit out of it. Typical. Just very typical. Slow entry, fast exit, that's more like it. And this time I overcooked it. Underbrake the last time and then just completely overshoot it next time. That's cool, I'm doing it correctly. Here comes the GT3. And McLaren is fast again. Oh great, that guy's blinking. Was it my internet? Is my internet is failing or is it his? Didn't notice the other cars too much, although I did see Lambo when he crashed with the other GT4 car. Was having similar lag issues, but it seemed that GT4 was fine. It was just Lambo on mine lagging. It probably wasn't mine, it was Lambo then. Yeah, it's not like having to go for the slim pickings here in terms of further pace gains. The higher pressure is not quite there. Didn't log me. Nothing. Oh, still not quite on the apex quite as I wanted to. There's a lot of time on that corner, just if you finally line it up. And that's an overshoot. Inconsistency is just so annoying. Like, yeah, against if you're still here, Jordan, against you I'm like ultra consistent. It's just against the people that are roughly around my skill level, they're so much more consistent. Element overlap. Faster. Just, once that car starts developing understeer from, you know, Probably tire wheel or something like problem. And then I start making up ground again. Still need 5/10. I mean, tire pressure's on the right hand side. Oh, come on. I brake the same every single lap, and it like sometimes it undershoots it, sometimes it overshoots. This is so frustrating to drive with. I haven't even started qualifying yet, I'm really fed up with how this car behaves. Because the ABS is too chatty in the... Back up the GT3 again. Come on, bruh. Know where the apex of the corner is. Let's practice a pit entry and adjust the tire pressures and see where we go from there. Well, that's a late pit entry. You're gonna brake a lot later, my friend there. Mercedes and Mercedes. Yeah, we're struggling on the face. Car's handling okay. I wouldn't say like it has any major handling issues. So that's kind of like one of the problems, because I'm not sure where I would like target any adjustments I need. Because I think it handles alright. There's not really a major problem area. Jump the tire pressure by 0.5 and like 0.4 on the rear left. I think that's a decent idea. Brake pads, we've already noticed that stuff can be... Poor jeez, this goes only down to like that point. Okay. And keep it there, I guess. Brake ducts I think are fine on where I configured them. I mean, I guess I could min-max the dampers and just go, yeah, what the fuck, we're gonna min-max dampers. Let's max out the rebound. Minimize the bump damper. It's min-maxing that stuff. And maybe try a click of anti-roll on the rear end. What I can actually try is just raise the rear end a bit. It's going completely silly on this thing. I mean, you don't kind of know what problems I already have with like adjusting setups. I mean, I was fine on the setup on the Saturday, and then I was also fine with the setup on Sunday. I did a lot better on the Sunday set. But also, you know, my reasoning of not picking the set we ran on Sunday for Saturday was very much in the end proven right, because, well, you need kind of implode, but you imploded on both setups, so it just became like freaking pointless. I want to try no TC, but like it's, I have to wait till the car has till obviously I get a feeling for the other adjustments that I made. Can't just adjust the TC to know if we don't know if the other adjustments made any sense. Yeah, I think loosening the car up was probably a good decision. from just this outlap so far. I mean, I haven't looked at Delta really, but like well, actually I have Delta right in front of me. But I wasn't paying too much attention to it. Oh, it shattered there too much. I need to cut a decent chunk out of that corner, otherwise it doesn't. It will be punished with like, relatively bad lap times. Not the best exit there. That was too late on the brakes. I'm here. Fucking move around the outside. The inside segment, yeah. Those are some gains. GT2, GT4 will get interesting, I'm pretty sure. Bricked my Delta, it seems. Oh boy, I've just realized the guy has moved another half a second down the road. Why is that always the case? It's like, come on bro, I want to improve, I want to catch up, but I'll just have to hunt. Continuously a moving target. I hate about competitive video games. Target just keeps moving down the road. You can do everything you want, but like the target will just disappear into the ether before you. I'm sort of starting to run out of just things I can do to make this thing faster. Got a really good last sector there. My tire pressures are still on the low side. Oh, hello, T300. I know you're interested in chiming in this conversation. The fan logic behind the T300 is also something that you do not need to understand. I go 4-hour endurance races without the fan turning on, but like 10 minutes of practice and it suddenly goes VEEN! And that invalidated, that was enough. I was gonna try some CMTC running. Yep, that's the problem. You immediately get punched in the face with oversteer. I don't quite understand still the 0TC meta, because it's like, yeah, this game punishes you really hard for if you're not early and fast out of corners. This is where you lose all your lap time. This is why the meta is also running max rear wing and stuff like that, which I'm not doing even. I'm running minimum wing to get the car to rotate instead. Not min-maxing this thing because it's GT4. Looks a bit different. But yeah, that's why that makes sense and adds up so much. But that's people go, oh yeah, we're gonna then turn the traction control off. It kind of makes sense because you want to eliminate the interference, but it also doesn't make sense because you're losing the ability to accelerate out of corners properly. Kind of needed now. I mean, it's not like this car becomes undrivable without traction control compared to some other machines. I would definitely not recommend doing without traction control. Oh, brakes! You do love to be so flaky. Is there any split qualifying that's gonna happen? Because without split qualifying, this is gonna get interesting. I don't know how many GT4s we have. Like 4, it seems, on the grid today. There's 6 signed up. The big threat of the Alpine did not turn up tonight. At least it seems like it. Interesting, there was not much acceleration out of there despite this, you know, not being interfered with any traction control there. But yeah, I guess we can run most of the lap without traction control here. Even though the gains are not really there, or... yeah, there's nothing really to gain from it. Because it wasn't interfering anyway either. Alright, let's take the sandbags out of the car. Get fed back to me the same pressure data, which is probably not quite right. I think all these values are fine. Car hasn't like gone oversteer or anything. The GT4s are also out, so there is no split qualifying clearly. So this is just gonna be casually hell. 30 minutes of it. Yay! And part like just and for the most part we can do race practice. Qualifying doesn't really matter. With like 4 GT4 cars. Yeah, literally 4. Camaro and 2 McLaren drivers. Thing is, if I switch the ABS off, it will immediately insta-lock. I know that from my experience with the KCM. The thing is, we have actually 3 ABS settings on this car, but like, I mean, you can see already ABS 1 be constant fire, so it's like, yeah, I want to have more of that, please. So, no, whatever. We do have engine maps, but like we don't need those. We just run full fuel map anyway, and that's it. Right now matching my best time out of turn 1. I mean, but we are gaining on this straightaway quite a bit with the lower weight. So, like, we're not even there quite yet in terms of beating even the time the other guy set in practice. And we have a GT3 approaching. And no, actually not. That's not GT3. That's a GT4. That's him. It's the fucking GT4. Clown. Are they that fast in the straight line? Why does it always have to be that? Like, I pick the fuck. I take the wrong turn on the fucking car choice every single time, and that's invalidated. I'm not even gapping him kind enough. Although he's probably not pushing because he's on outlap. Well, I should have clocked the lap in because, you know, there's actually GT3s now coming up this time around. RV as a kind. Still, I struggle to get the tires up to pressure. Pretty sure the GT3 just invalidated. Yeah, that's why he's staying behind. Okay. What? I had 2 10s on hand and then just decided to delete those 2 10s in that corner. Out of me. Ah! God damn it, I hate that. And that's an overshoot. Yay! My fucking qualifying is going great! I love this. Tires not coming up to pressure. Multiclass issues. I mean, I haven't counted them yet. I couldn't even fucking get that one as a banker because the car suddenly snapped into understeer there. Mid corner because fuck me, that's why. Yeah, there'll be a decent amount of time still on the lap. Crawled some back there. Oh, come on. That was not a fast exit, losing a bunch of ground there. This is going fucking great. Overshoot again. No gains, absolutely none. I guarantee this lap is gonna go through. I guarantee at this point the lap will go through without further issues. I'd like get interrupted by GT3 as well, but like, I guarantee I won't invalidate this lap at this point. Because a lap that just has 0 gains, everything's going down the hill, delta's going up, that sounds like those laps that I actually put in then suddenly. Come on, car, stop understeering so crazy. Like, what have I done to make you more understeer all of a sudden? I was at least sort of trying to come up to pressure. And I match perfectly the time that I put in during practice. Extra fun points for that. And the car cooks itself into turn 1 too hard. Yeah, right, that's what I asked for. Totally. I mean, I'm currently the fastest GT4, but like, by what? can't find the gains. It is refusing to give them back to me. Hello, I've asked for some gains, please. Please return them back to me. I'd gotten them earlier and then just lost them. Another GT3 coming behind. And now they have to deal with a bunch of GT3 traffic here. There's never ending wall of them coming in. We'll stay this time around because he's gonna pass me in the front stretch. Or actually he abandons. That's even better for me. Why is this car so crazy understeering into turn 1 right now? It's all of a sudden not working there anymore. What is happening? It's so weird to drive. Like something is off. And then I undershoot here like thanks. I gladly appreciate how you completely malfunction right now. How like nothing works how it's supposed to. Like I should have 210s there on hand. I know that these 210s are in there. And then the brakes just fucking go berserk on the fire. Just fire constantly into the braking zone instead of working and just fucking applying braking there. God, this is so frustrating right now to drive. Because I know the pace is in there. If it just let me fucking have it again. They're just refusing profoundly to work. Oh, the understeer. Yep, I'm constantly matching my own lap time. What is this bullshit? Can I just get the improvements that I know it are in this lab, please? I continually brake earlier and earlier and the car's refusing to slow down. What is happening? This makes no sense. Why? And here I undershoot. It's like nothing is working. Everything is a complete farce right now. And I'm 210 separating the top 3 in GT4 right now. It's like, yeah, you just have to sneeze and they're past me. I need those gains. Fuck you politely. Fuck you politely. I'm struggling badly with a car that suddenly refuses to function correctly. All of the sudden, complete malfunction of the car. It's bizarre on like so many levels what is happening here with this car. All of a sudden, out of the blue, car just doesn't work anymore. Get massive understeers on the brake again. It just doesn't work anymore, and it's like, huh? Actually, turning that down will make the steering more aggressive. They have to now genuinely just sneeze. They're starting to close in, but they seem to be struggling themselves as well by doing it. So at least it seems they did qualifying practice and practice, but like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's satisfying as an answer to that problem. On the other hand, I'm matching my practice times now again, so it's like, yeah, they might have a bit more on offer. And we're only halfway through the qualifying session, so it's like they might not feel the pressure either. Be nice if I could just, you know, improve for once at something. I'll just be constantly stuck at the same pace. I mean, what does telemetry now? Come on, piece of shunk! What is wrong with you? Why are you not braking for turn 1, you piece of shit? It still is refusing there. Guess we have more speed or something? Why are you not braking at the... You've been using the entire goddamn time. I mean, this one halfway works. I say halfway, but we're still not getting the gains out of it that we're supposed to. Oh, brakes! The brakes are seriously like my biggest problem of this thing. It just isn't slowing down on time. Probably abandon the lap to let them just go by, but it's like it's pointless for him anyway. He's Ferrari can go as well.
Car on the left, clear on the left.
Let's see. Let's try braking a bit earlier for turn 1 because it seems the brakes are refusing to profoundly work correctly. Yeah, it's still like it's weird. The brakes are so weird right now. So flaky. Like it slows down and you think it's gonna get there and then just suddenly speeds up. Like it just loses its braking power halfway through the braking phase. It just doesn't stop anymore at some point, mid-braking.
Car on the right. Yellow flag in sector 1. Clear on the right.
Oh, finally we get something that's vaguely where it should be. Still, like, it's not much in terms of gains. We're trading hundreds of a second instead of tenths. Come on. It's more like it. Sort of touched the gravel there. And didn't have the best run through there either. Oh god, missed the apex there, fuck! Car just refused to turn when I needed it to, and dropped the 10th due to that.
Clear on the right. Well done, mate. This is me, your muscle best.
Now finally the car actually sort of made turn 1 in the way it's supposed to. Sort of. Still clumsy as all hell. And this time it undershot. Gotta love the inconsistency of these brakes.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, I need to have pinpoint precision for them to hit the same braking spot 2 laps in a row. And then the car decides to just skid over all 4 tires and just not make the corner. It's like, I approached the last time the corner completely wrong in the middle of the track, right? Like, not the correct line. What happens? The car turns in fine, everything is wonderful. This time I approach from the outside, car refuses to actually turn, and we honestly off the circuit. Gotta love how this works. Nothing makes sense. Do the absolute opposite of anything that makes freaking sense, and if you think you're doing the opposite of what makes sense, then it will also stop working. You're trying to outsmart it, it will outsmart you again. And obviously one of the fuckers found a way now to beat me by a 10th. Of course, sure! And then the brakes don't work into turn 1. Thanks, that's totally what I signed up to. I'm hating this already, because like I have to fucking find thousands of a second, and then the car's like inconsistent, flaky, does whatever the fuck it wants to. I can feel the pace, it's right there, and it's like refusing. Due to shoddy brakes, due to fucking everything else. This bullshit about this machinery really. Everything that I could possibly hate about it, it's like, man, it really asking sort of to be put into one car. I'd let this go now. Another car lines. Gosh, I think I'm stuck driving this corner here. I never have a good gap. How much longer do I have left? 8 minutes 50. It's a decent chunk of time. You have to also consider, my fast lap, the car just refused to do that final corner correctly, so... Yeah! I could have easily still been on pole if the car, you know, didn't, like, just constantly malfunction in some random way. Hello, Mark. How are you doing? I mean, it's been a week since I last streamed. I'm being pinged because I have mained in the past the McLaren, and guess what is on pole in GT4? A McLaren, because I've decided to go with the Merc. Why do I have so many shotgun shells? Why do I keep putting them in my foot? It's also the 1/10 that I had, I've just thrown away in that corner. Yeah, the disqualifying session has been just pained at you. He just refused to do the corner there again. I'm so much matching my own time, I can just not improve on it. There's a few thousandths of a second, I guess, enough. Okay, I lost a 10th there because I butchered the. And then the car refuses to do the final turn. Oh, I love it. How long's the race? 60 minutes. As usual, description, but like, who opens the description on YouTube, you know? But yeah, it's a 60-minute race. I have a few more minutes, obviously, of qualifying remaining, and I just invalidated in turn 1. How much fuel we have remaining? 3 laps. I would like to get those gains out of turn 1, please, into an actual lap. to rest a bit. I see. That sounds good. Some rest, yeah, would also be nice for me. Last night slept only for like 4 hours because I was finishing an assignment off. Let's hope I don't make it come to that point again next week, you know? I have fucking an assignment also due on Tuesday, and then another one on Monday. Technically 2 on Monday. That one can be half ignored. The other one. It's around nonsense. Yeah, I have to like drive pixel perfect again. Let's see, maybe they fall apart in the race, but like, because we were half a second down in practice and we're now like, you know, a 10th. So it's like, this is fine, Dayo. I tell myself.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
As I lose the RPM meter fuel load level. I still have 2 laps of fuel, so like this one and another one I have fuel for. I don't know if I have even enough time to do... Well, I have enough time to start another one, but like I don't have time to come back into the pits after this. And this is finally the gains that I've been like looking for the entire time. And then there's a GT3 at main side. Oh, and he isn't able to fucking clear me and costs me my entire fucking gains, you stupid cunt. Fucking idiot.
Car on the left.
He could have easily cleared me if he just fucking committed to the corner, but he didn't. He was stuck there for like half an hour besides me. And then we have an onslaught of GT3s right now. Guess what? I don't give a fucking shit because you guys can't respect my lap. The one attempt I had for like an improvement, like
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
dumbass drives into is straight up just blocks me from the apex and costs me the entire lap in the process. Right, final lap. On fuel. I guarantee I'm not gonna even start second in this GT4 because the other one's gonna dispose me before the end of this. It's a bit late on the brakes, but how the fuck did it this time work? Why is these brakes so fucking flaky? Like, I'm braking. I was so sure I'm gonna overshoot because I was braking so often earlier than that and still overshot. And this time around it just stopped. Why? These brakes make so little freaking sense. Yeah, I'm a 10th of GT4 Paul. And P3 is also 10th of me, and then there go the brakes again. This has been the entire qualifying session for me. Of just, I mean, usually I didn't have gains up until this corner. This was only the last 2 laps where I was graciously given 2 gains into that corner. I was usually just matched for my time. But it's like, I brake and the brakes just don't work. It's fucking happened again on the fucking happen. It's like, they're so unreliable, they just won't work properly. What time is it? It's 2 minutes to... I guess I could drive out and do one last fucking ditch attempt at it. Technically enough time. Technically enough time, but you know, I don't know if it brings anything. It's just, there is so much pain involved in this. Drive out again.
Stay away from curbs.
Yep. Precisely what I was saying. The fucking other McLaren also disposed of me. It's like, come on. Like, I have even like another 10th in the final corner that I know of. And it's just, it's been refusing to come to me. And it's not even been the GT3 traffic. Like, we're doing mixed class.
15 seconds
qualifying. There's 90 GT3s out there. And they're not even my problem. It's the funniest part ever. Like, I'm not even suffering from the GT3s for the most part. Well, besides that one time, but like, you know. I only dropped back to like match and then the car like didn't work for the rest of the lap. This is already starting great, and this is just round 1 of a 9-round championship. Yeah, that's what I said, like, the other guy jumped both of us, so it's like, great, awesome. I hate this. I genuinely fucking hate this. Like, fucking dick measuring contest, except you need to get a microscope to compare the slight differences in size.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I'm getting across the line at least to start one last attempt at this. Let's see, will it break for turn 1? Sort of, actually. I don't know, maybe the track has decided to rubber in and just suddenly provide, you know, grip. I know, it's a foreign concept, usually that doesn't happen. Happens still just very. Let's see, will it break for that corner? New game show.
Yellow flag in sector
1. Not really. It completely overshot here, and 1/10 gone, and the other basically also. I love this. I fucking love it. Go on, turn. Still grass dip there. Still didn't mount the curb properly. We have a bit of time in the final corner, but I'm not expecting to actually get it out of there. It's like you can try everything you want and it will just come back to fuck you over. There it is, my not even a 10th. And it brought me absolutely fucking nothing! Yay! At least the game reset me before I drop into the wall. I'm just rolling the car. This has been just pure pain. And I know these McLarens are stupidly quick in a straight line. I mean, I have a relatively quick car as well in a straight line, but like, these are McLarens still we're talking about. Also, I didn't do the fuel math, so that's great. I need to now open the replay, not the replay, my own stream, and figure out what number I did at the end of qualifying. No, the stream was definitely longer than that. Before I quit. Well, the fuel numbers, come on. Change page over, but all fuel numbers. What are they? Come on, fucking stupid overlay. Why do you not contain the information I need in the moment I fucking needed to? 2.08. We were doing 36s as well. Divided by 60 plus 60 divided by 1.6. 38 laps. 40 times 2.08. 2.08 is this? Come on, type in. Okay, 80. 80 should be enough. We need to only take 1 liter of fuel for our requirements. Okay. So, tire pressures. I think they're gonna be alright, I guess. Hopefully. We can figure 1 liter of fuel. Just a pit stop. And we made this even in time still. Wow, that works nice. Let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, right. I'm relatively low on water. It's a bit of a problem.
30 seconds.
Should have probably used my time during qualifying to refill my water instead of driving. Fuel, I don't know. Pressure should be fine. Oh, the Alpine has turned up last second. He's on the grid now with us. I hate this. This is gonna get terrible for me. Because he is 3.4k sim grid rating. I've dropped down to 3.2. I was so close to getting into semi-pro, and then just the last few enduros just have slashed this and like. And he even got on the grid there. Well, turns out the. Oh, need to perhaps start the engine.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Professional driver. Yeah, I mean, this is about as professional as I get. I did calculate the fuel. I'm at 1.8k cutting down. Yeah. The problem is with like my 3.2k, it's like you enter basically any championship you enter has like a strength of field that's significantly lower than you. And you finish middle of the road there and you just lose rating like there's no tomorrow. And like what other options technically exist? Well, I could enter like, well, there aren't actually that many competitions that have higher rating than me. And as soon as you get to like anything that has higher rating than me by like a significant margin, that's usually something esports. And well, I mean, you've just noticed how well I take to just having mild competition. So yeah, not a fan of esports either. Can't do 845 as odds on GT3s yet. Sub 8. Oof. And I haven't tried the GT4s yet to learn the nodes. I know I can do sub 8 minutes 30 in GT2s around Nordschleife and sub 8 minutes 20 in GT3s. I don't know where you're losing 25 seconds over Nordschleife. What is your like usually your delta in terms of like on other tracks? Because that seems like a bit high. But I mean the Nordschleife is long, so like you have sort of like cascading effects. I mean if you're struggling to stay sub 2 minutes around Monza, then like your 8 minutes. I said yeah, I know. I said, and I'm bringing in reference that like you're about GT. I mean granted, the GT2 race where I clocked the 8 minute 30 was me finishing on the podium with a podium only out of GT2s because the GT3s finished all behind us. So yeah, I mean, as I said, like if you're doing like 2 minutes around Monza, like I guess that makes sense for you. For Nordschleife to be at 8 minutes 45, because it's like the problem is when you're like on most tracks, even with this one, like that's like only just under 30, under 1 minute 30 in the GT3. Just if you're like fast. Then you will. You can like for me it's like working usually from the fastest guys with like within a second or so. At least in GT3s and GT4s I regular because of the small grids end up being one of the fastest. The problem is I don't know Misano. I don't know the numbers for Misano off the top of my head. But it's probably like what at most 4 seconds I think off the pace of me. It's a bit difficult to guess right now for me. I don't know. It's been a while. And the last time I drove Misanos and GT3s, I do not ask Jordan or me about that one. I mean, I did a lot better than him, but like, I was still in the same car as him.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. Slow car ahead.
And there we are for the obligatory GT3 crash.
Car on the left. Lane on the left.
But yeah, as I said, like, if you're usually like, oh yeah, I'm like 2 seconds or 5 seconds off alien pace or whatever other reference point you have, and then you're like suddenly on the north and you're like 10 seconds, 20 seconds off the pace, it's like, yeah, that makes sense because, you know, the track is a lot longer. Something people sometimes forget, the track is longer. You have to calculate with different time spans in terms of pace variation. Thank you, YouTube, for informing me the low effort clips has uploaded the video. Let's see what we can do now about the McLaren in front of us. Additionally, I'm not quite sure what your numbers you're supplying me right now mean.
Car on the left.
For the last strips. Yeah, I know that in the title it was wrong, and I just left it. I think you or Jordan or someone else told me, or Beeler perhaps as well, just told me in chat that like it's wrong, and I just like, oh fuck. On Saturday already, and like I was just like, fuck it, we'll roll with it.
Yellow flag. Be careful. There's a slow car ahead. Lane on the left.
Lost a bunch of time with the boat, and then like I lost a bunch of more time with cars too. Oh boy, I'm off the track there. Yeah, I mean there was another fucking 24-hour race with LFM last weekend.
You're given a warning for exceeding track
Oh
limits.
boy. Oh god, brakes! What the fuck is wrong with you? I'll get another track limit. Luckily just invalidated. Oh, this is starting again with the brakes not working. Maybe that I'm cooking them or something. I am running pad type 2 to avoid like any weird issues. 45, I'm pretty sure I was mixed. Well, actually, the when is the that was beginning of April. First April weekend was the first LFM 24-hour race, which Team Iris won with their Porsche. Chris is one of the drivers. The next one was, I think, the week after the 12-hour race that us Mofo guys did, and then last weekend obviously LFM hosted another one, but we didn't drive on that one, and I didn't stream then, so it's this. Hours of it. Yeah, okay. That rain driving or something. Didn't watch much of it. I don't know whether it was busy or something, as far as I remember. He's fucking escaped. 1.3 seconds. I'm not gonna come back from that likely. Although possible, not impossible to come back from it. But he kept the 10th there out of the corner. That was quite fun. It was interesting with how much rain there was. The other McLaren is closing in, and I hate when my brakes are failing again. Which cost me another like 2/10 or so right now. I hate this. I genuinely fucking hate how my car's just not working as it's supposed to. Like, I would do just find so much more fun if I had a functional fucking car. It's especially fun when you're like, yeah, I used to drive this McLaren, and now there's a bunch of these McLarens around me beating my ass up. Thanks. Regained some of the ground there. And I mean, yeah, it's probably more interesting over fun. Even though after a few, like halfway point roughly, they were just solidly in the lead. Like there was some interesting stuff early on in the race when they were like sort of fighting for the lead. Especially Layla's like opening lap. Opening labs were both very interesting. Good night. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna see what I can do with this race. And the time slot is relatively late for this one. I find interesting. But it's nice for me. It works. I don't flake with anything. I don't have to like super stressful to be able to just about get into qualifying. It's just a lot better than all of other series. Let's just go ahead and focus on running this guy down. Struggling out of that corner quite a bit. The into Nocturne. And it's hard picking the knots. These guys are not relenting in any sense of the word. And because I'm not the slipstream, I just keep on losing ground on the straights. Oh, and he goes wide and I fucking follow him. Ah, the brakes. I have to, you just let me down in this moment that should have been our trying. Well, not quite, you know, we would have really closed up to him a bit. And we were still able to close up. Oh, he's making mistakes now, finally. We'll run out within a second. That's what I was looking for. Well, the difficult part will be overtaking, that's for sure. Oh, come on. Entered completely sideways there. Carry so much more speed for the corners. It doesn't matter if, you know, he disappears down the straight so efficiently that I don't able to do anything. Seems to just be forgetting that you can cut that corner a lot more. Like, the McLaren is very good on curbs, so I don't know why he's not abusing the living shit out of that. He made up 2/10 out of that lap. So just being close is not enough here. Question is if you can pressure him into another mistake again. It's gonna be a hard ask. So GT3 about 13 seconds behind. Position. And there he's wide.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Even if he's wide, like, I think he just has just enough power in the straights to outdrag me. There's not much run into this corner to really make it past stick. I know I'm faster into the edge, it's just that I can't do anything about it. Using everything out of that corner. I'm able to put him under pressure. His line into this corner is interesting because he doesn't lose really much ground into there. He might be making up ground, but here he loses. He has to slow down a bit out of that one. Comes the GT3. You will right get in the way of me. Oh fucking hell, Jesus!
Clear on the right.
He just fucking stopped on the apex, for fuck's sakes.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 3.
Oof.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Now I lost a bunch of fucking ground because the GT3 decided to stop in the middle of the corner, and now I'm also being attacked by the other GT4 car. Oh, what? Wait. It was him, the leader, texting, and then he just fucking... Oh, what the f... fuck? Why does this guy now have to fucking text? Now in the middle of my race where I can't fucking mute the text chat. Yeah, there was the fucking GT4 leader texting like oof, and then he fucking decides to text the drive in the middle of the straight. And promptly spins himself out and retires out of the race completely. Spineless cowards. Guess he's running on the motto of like, well, they're not enough GT4 cars and don't even put the effort in. And I proceed to get an insane track limit warning. Need to be careful with those. I would like to pass him and then he just suddenly retires. Fucking fangs hang! Pay attention, please! For God's sakes, where the fuck are you diving? You didn't have overlap, I turned in. And it just fucking pit maneuvers me. At least we can pass this guy again. Would have been a nice puzzle to figure out. At least we can figure the puzzle out now of him. Also, the Alpine has been just non-factor in this race. Oh, wait a minute. He has done the pit stop. Oh, I just realized something. While I get carried away with fucking fighting, the Alpine is in the meantime busy winning the race in GT4. I hate this already. On so many levels. Because the Alpine is doing a fucking undercut on all of us and I hadn't noticed yet. God fucking damn it. No repairs. Coming in next lap. All fighting here. The problem is when like I'm the one that just turns up and drives and I get beaten by people who do the fucking same as me. I don't even have an excuse then anymore. I'm just fucking washed. I'm just shit. Well, it's not news technically, but like it's just frustrating. Car just loves to drag itself into the gravel there.
Faster car coming up behind you.
How much did... Well, my fuel's actually a bit tight. Let's add a few liters of fuel. Let's say the line correctly. Go on, fuel in. Well, Wilson's actually miles still behind. He must have taken the damage repairs. Why? Oh, for fucking sakes! I totally needed that as well tonight. Oh.
Faster cars approaching.
Yeah, I spat out an entire mouthful of water there. Oh! You might have something clippable. I'm not sure, however, you want to put someone, like, coughing up an entire mouthful of water into your video. I don't know. Main tricks if you want that. Oh! Now my eyes are tearing up as well. It's just a fucking full experience I'm getting here. Oh! And it's like it's not just normal tears. It's like the fucking stinging ones in my left eye. Ah! I'm driving half blind now as well. I hate this. And yeah, it has been going suboptimally, but I mean, I'm still in the fight for the win because everybody treats GT4 like a fucking joke. It's not the first time. But I mean, it's also not wrong. I mean, at least it should have gone over my heartbeat monitor. So, and that one needs to be able to take some water. And then my t-shirt and pants have, for the most part, soaked the entire thing up. And anyway, when I'm driving my rig, I have a towel underneath me, so this is fine, I guess. Everything. Why do you guys turn up right after I complete my pit stop where I cough up a mouthful of water? So you just about missed that, but like... Well, I'm just suffering the fucking consequences of that. Oh, both of my eyes are now tearing up completely. I'm really struggling at this point. Again, it's not the flowy ones, it's the fucking ones that hurt! For some reason. Oh, this is not nice. It fucking stings in my eyes right now. Oh, I fucking hate this right now. Keep it driving without gloves, so I can grab into my eyes when necessary. Oh, I'm throwing right now the fucking chance for the race win away. Because body malfunctioning completely. Oh. Oh, why? Come on, car, at least. Why is everything wanting to fall apart today? Oh. Okay, can I place the car straight enough? No, it's just... There's just so much... Ow! Ah! Fuck! Ouch! Oh! I think part of the problem is that sweat is flowing into my eyes as well with it. It's a fucking fun combination that I'm having in my eyes right now. Oh, ouch! Oh, this is so fucking not fun right now. And I need to technically perform because I'm in the longest on pit circle battle with the remaining McLaren in this race. And I mean, he might not be... I mean, he was keeping up with me the entire fucking time. Why? I've been already having enough struggles the entire evening with my car malfunctioning and just like... The brakes being shit, and the brakes being shit, and you know, in other news, the brakes being fucking shit. Brakes being shit, the car's randomly understeering sometimes, all the fun stuff. And me being just so close but yet so far in the end, it doesn't even matter. I mean, hopefully it doesn't matter in the end. Oh, this has been like fucking bane during qualifying. That corner, it just didn't want to work. I've decommissioned the small tower that I had, like, I mean, I kind of need to recommission it during summer again, but like, I desperately would need it right now. Just wipe my face off with it, and then be able to continue. And I guess I could use my shirt, but like, the problem is, as much as these are long straights, it's not enough to like, just move your fucking shirt up into your face with VR. Because I have to remove the headset and put it back on. Why is it going back into my eyes? It hurts so much. Ah. 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 For fucking sakes. I've done weird things. I've driven with complete headaches, migraines and everything. I've driven under the influence of... Well, I've also driven under the influence in some racing titles. I was saying some racing titles, not in real life. Definitely not done that. I've had coughing fits before while driving. But nothing like where just my tears just keep flowing into my face, into my eyes, and just... I can't stop it. What was the last lap time? Jesus Christ, I'm second off the pace right now. Like, holy crap, I'm losing so much ground because my body has decided to malfunction as well. Just everything coming together tonight. I'm getting my ass handed to me by the car that I was previously driving in GT4. To then be also... just completely mistreated by, frankly, everything else as well. Now my nose is dripping. Oh. But at least that's workable. Like I can just, you know, I sound a bit more nasally, I guess, for the remainder of the stream. But fuck it, that doesn't matter. I need to perhaps put my gloves back on. I mean, I did say at the beginning of the stream that I was feeling a bit stiff. Just used to. Holy crap, why are my lap times so bad? I'm driving so slow. It's unbelievable. 38. This is just... I was doing sub 37s earlier. What the hell is happening as well again? The first lap I had like clear vision again. I proceed to probably go the slowest out of all the laps. I mean, I really noticed like the pace of the two of them. The other two was the remaining ones I was just trying to fucking survive. But yeah, I've done some weird things like suffering from trips under sleep deprivation while driving. So I'm passing in and out of consciousness. And that includes driving not just on Daytona when I did 24 solo, but I had that also during a 24-hour race on the Multiclass once. A lot like shenanigans like that. Set driving in during cold. Oh come on, shitbox! It's just the halfway point. That's great. pace is starting to come back, it seems. I mean, it's not gonna come back fully, but like, something is seemingly coming back here. But I feel like it's way too late. The fucking train has left the station for me to be able to make the ground back up. This just drove her. At this point.
Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, I forgot to land it first.
Faster car approaching. Watch out. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Is he in the pits? I think he is. Judging from the gap coming on. But I'm not sure it's gonna be enough for me. I was over 35 seconds back and I don't think the pit lane takes you that long. Like just me losing heaps and heaps of time doing my laps where I was just fucking suffering. He's still in the pit lane. Still in the pit lane. Still not a cough out. He's still in the pit lane. Jesus, he must be changing tires or something. Didn't get the memo. Maybe.
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
And getting off.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind you.
Right, but it's...
Left.
Come on, gonna get my glove on. Okay, so I have the gloves on now.
Cars approaching.
There's still some coughing left to do, I guess.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And it's easy for GT3s to sneak alongside me. And he's like 14 seconds behind me. I don't know how that happened to him. Because maybe he did change tires, despite, you know, not making too much sense. Also, Wilson in his Alpine is not doing too hard at all. He's a significantly higher rated in SimGrid rating than me. Yet he's proceeding to make an absolute fool out of himself. He was late to the race, but still, like, I think he should be able to perform a bit better, even on, like, just No practice. Well, it's just me, who's done this so many times, who would be able to probably drive a better race with zero practice than what I'm doing right now.
Fast cars approaching.
Well, in part because I'm already angry from like having to deal with this car for an extra hour of practice and qualifying. Would have been probably better for me if I hadn't done that. Oh, weird way of phrasing it. Yeah, I pointed out earlier, I brought up that like I probably didn't finish. It's the fact that, I mean, what is the point of doing analysis on the telemetry and detailed replay analysis when you know, if there's you already notice yourself that you're not hitting the apexes consistently either. Like there's nothing that the telemetry log will point out besides that, yeah, that's probably true. But thanks. You should probably brake at this point, but like that's not an actual, like you did on those laps, and it's like great, awesome, I was trying the entire time, but like never actually got there. It's the entire issue. I attempted to brake at the same point and then I'm not doing it. And yeah, having a decent chunk of gap is probably a good thing considering, you know, the incidents I had with taking out a GT3 that passed us. Having a decent chunk of gap in case they want to, you know, sign a post-race time penalty. So I can keep the position. Don't know if the fucking driver's gonna even bother to report it. He was already so far down. How many GT4s do we have at this point left? Yeah, the Camaro is gone. Wilson is still at least in the race. We had 5 at one point in this race. We started the race with 5. We did qualifying with 4, we did the race with 5. 2 have quit. 1 did a stupid and texted while driving and it spun off the race. So I'm about to read the messages again, like see what the fuck he was typing in game chat. It was something GT4, only this many GT4 drivers anyway. I was just like, no, that's not a good reason to retire. It's a reason to just fucking continue. Continue till the last lap because you get. Well, the other people gonna race, huh? Let's see what the other circuits will bring. The McLaren should be suffering on everything else that isn't this track. I mean, you would expect this gets Monza treatment level for BOP, but it's kudos that drunk at the steering wheel and like just have no clue what they're doing with their BOP. BOP is just a disheveled mess. And the good things they've done is like just buff the Lexus in Nissan finally in general terms. The across the board weight reduction on the Nissan is just one of the best things that they've done this entire game. So it's just like eh. Oh, come on, you piece of fucking junk. What? Thank you, piece of junk. You've inflicted another traction warning on me, and there's still 20 minutes actually to go in this race. Jesus. That's the last of the time being when I've gotten actually a track limit warning in general. What's up with this race? A while. I'm relatively good with the track limits usually. pain with this car is just it refuses at times to just slow down. The ABS malfunctioning is just bad on this thing. It just randomly just goes and just fucking results in you not braking at all anymore. And Nordschleife will be interesting, but that's also like a lot of long straightaways where the McLaren can stretch its legs again. I didn't think the McLaren is gonna be this much suffering again to fight. Brakes please, I wanna not run off the track again. Oh, GT3s. I mean, large part is not too surprising. For getting such a small GT3 grid. It's a bit unfortunate that they've decided to axe the GT2 class from last season. Last season had a GT2 class. It's like I would have been totally awesome to sign up for that. I would like to do that. GT2 are a bit more interesting than GT4 at this point for me. It's like just nothing can match the Maserati. Yeah. It's just a once-in-a-lifetime experience driving that thing. When it was still at its peak, and not like just had tires destroyed completely on it. It allows you to not use it at all. Like, it wasn't great, let's be real, back then even, but like, it was at least drivable. You can't feel it at all now. It's a joke. Maybe Dubrovka can do it, but like, that's him, not me. Dude can bring a bloody right into competition. It's like he's just built different, built stupid. I guess I'm not gonna get lapped soon. Considering the GT. Well, actually, no, I don't think the GT4X will spawn. What was it that it just spawned behind me? Why are my brakes suddenly working differently and actually maybe working? Yeah, cars can definitely sneak up on me quite badly. I think part of the problem is that my radar is again covered up by my chat. Because hard element, just things having consistent placement and just not moving by themselves would be a tad bit too much to ask from the OVR toolkit. I really need to look into the to open kneepad. Because, I mean, Liv has actually tried it. And sees like something that works decently, I guess. Have to see if I can use that for, you know, for placing OVR toolkit for sim racing applications. I don't mind it for obviously, you know, when I'm VR chat. OVR toolkit is great, awesome. It's just for sim racing, windows moving themselves at times is just a mess. And also just like, if you don't have them open and like you minimize OBS by accident and so you have to recreate your chat window again completely. It just sucks. Oh, come on, dude. And do I need to carry you around the corner? But yeah. In general, there's a bunch of stuff that needs to be updated. I mean, I'm still having to use the workaround for my model right now. Because because I just couldn't have been bothered to fix it. But there's other things happening that are interesting. I need to poke a bit more at SteamVR on Linux. And try out a new tool that I came the most roundabout way into contact with, called Protopedal. Protopedal is a piece of software that allows you to, you know, well, a piece of software that allows you to combine inputs on Linux. And specifically it's designed for some racing purposes. So that might fix my problems with my pedals. And actually allow me to use them now, and then also pass them into... Because that's also part of its tool chain, to actually... take inputs that have only access, turn them into chip drawers. But this would maybe allow me to play GT4, which would be kind of interesting. But then again, it would be nice if I can convince VR to work, so I can actually, you know, drive it properly. And the only thing missing would be, you know, some pop overlay and stuff. Which that's a bit more of the unfortunate part. I need to. I have finished the rework of Data Race. I have finished it. Heck, I've even like on Monday decided to adopt the orphan package for my Thrustmaster driver. so there's that. But yeah, I've finished the rewrite there. The problem is I have to now do, you know, the overlay stuff. Or at least start with the backend part to allow you to, you know, open settings or something. And maybe even add settings at all. It's like its own thing. Yeah, that's fun stuff.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Yeah, I could make it totally the job of the plugin loader to load the settings in. And I could also make an update event for the settings changing. That's all part of it. So settings would be relative, abstract them away behind similarly key value store. Just ease it would be, she would be like familiar more around with. And then we could take care of like the storing and everything. Plugin developer doesn't need to care about those parts. And we could also in that way take care of providing a UI to configuring these things without plugin developer having to configure them. It's a unique thing.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car behind you.
But yeah. Once that. But effectively, I dread having to deal with designing a web page. It's just,
Clear on the right.
I'll just do web dev in general. It's like I like backends. I've done a bit. Like easy to understand. It's still the same data flow that everything rests upon. But front end is just wacky HTML string together. HTML, CSS and JavaScript, just like some wacky amalgamation whacked together. That then some foreign entity, aka your browser, then picks together and renders out. You have to effectively appease the gods for your webpage to look half decent. There's definitely a reason why people have been, especially for a lot of sim racing tools, been using very heavily our beloved .NET framework, which doesn't really work on Linux. You can obviously use .NET as a programming language, but like you can't use the framework and all the window tools and all of that stuff. It's just Windows bound. And as much as these web devs use Visual Studio code, Visual Studio is actually like the big thing. Being able to configure and hire UIs with Windows Forms, or even like Windows what is it? It's not the UWAP, it's the Universal Windows App Platform. What is it called? Something with U as well. It's effectively those ones are configured in XML files, and you have some C# files for like extra configuration, but like doing a code path, which allows you to very easily do model view control separation, because this CS path is the C# path is in. The C# part is your control, your XML part is your view, and you can just supply a model with another C# file. That's great. It looks quite nicely how the model hooks into. You can do wacky things with the model as well, just like you ignore slightly the rules and make the model compute values. And make the model do a few things in some ways to make some things work properly. It's fun. As I said, like doing a backend like REST API and like Rust or something is like really easy. Writing your own REST API is ridiculously easy. There's enough wrappers around you, and like take your data type, it outputs it. Gee, it's all great and awesome. Yeah, some issues. Middleware encryption and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, that stops being particularly funny. Yeah, one of the at least in some ways you can test your design and like web app, front end and the back end. It's gonna be a bit more painful is the WebSocket. Because I before I started this massive rework, I was working on the WebSocket quite a bit, and that just it is not particularly nice to work my head around with. Also giving every WebSocket connection I can correct. Separation, it's also fun. Man, that's store properties. Funnily enough, you can also delete properties if some Zinhub doesn't do properly. Oh, I pointed out today to someone asking for it. How's the race going? Well, we're winning. You missed some things, because it wasn't so boring for most of it. I mean, I'm also sitting, by the way, in 3 track cuts, so I have 20 seconds gap, so like I can still use this entire thing. Oh boy. Yeah, we're down to 3 GT4 cars. At the start of the, I mean, yeah, you did not. Start of the race, you did probably notice that Wilson was joined late onto the grid. But he has been struggling in this race way more than I would expect, considering he's, if I know it correctly, Wilson is the one with about 3.5k center rating. But yeah, Carl has been pain. I had passed one of the McLarens that are still in the race, but like I didn't become too much at the start. The other one was I was fighting a bit with, but then dropping back again from like I'm having issues with GT3s or some stuff. And then in the end, he spun on the back, on the straight and on top, and while trying to text in the in-game chat. So I handed over the position to us that way. I lost briefly the position to the other McLaren, but got it back through the pit cycle, which was also fun for me because I had pitted early to cut the Alpine off, which wasn't even in contention at all. Like, I was just afraid of that because I realized that the Alpine had sneaked through the pit lane at some point. And then I just, during the pit stop, I took in a mouthful full of water. My body was like, actually I'm gonna cough now, and I just spat out an entire mouthful of water over myself. Yeah, I haven't quite done that yet before. I mean, I've done this to like certain extents before, but like not this much water. I don't have a clue how this sounded on the stream, but like IRL it sounded like something. Like I'm vomiting. Luckily it wasn't that. It seems I'm dry now at this point anyway. Must have evaporated and soaked into my clothes enough. I was coughing my lungs out a bit from that entire incident then as well. I had issue with tears in my eyes. It was a struggle. Like, this is a win I don't quite deserve in some ways, but man, had fate also like decided to just like test me to an nth degree. But yeah, when you're probably not here anymore because you said you would. Did you need to sleep finally? I'm having issues with the rain coming down. Luckily my body is, but when it comes to sleep usually, like I can, like occasionally I struggle to fall asleep I guess, but like, but it's more like sleep rhythm and stuff. But like if I'm sleepy or something, like my body will just pass me out standing. I think I haven't fallen asleep quite standing, but like I think it is theoretically possible. I've done it definitely sitting while driving, and that's the less funny part. Not just virtual. Luckily nothing has happened. And this doesn't happen that often. I've done... I mean, I've fallen asleep at uni as well. Especially after pulling an all-night and stuff, so... Yeah, when I'm sleepy, my body will pass me out. And the problem is if it passes me out and then I wake up at like 2 in the morning. Yeah, then I can't sleep anymore. Till about like, you know, an hour before my alarm actually goes off, then I will suddenly fall into deep sleep again. I do be like that. But there are worse things, you know. Can't complain about it. A bit. It's quite annoying how like, sleepy I've been. It's not been really demotivated, but like it's just. I mean, it started sort of like end of last year. This issue. I thought like, oh yeah, it's just like, you know, the season, I guess. It's starting to affect me because I'm old.
Car on the right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Clear on the right.
I don't want to involve in your crap. I want to just finish my race at this point.
What a race. E1. Bring it back home safely.
I think I took about 5 liters in the pit stop and I finished with 4.8, so... I mean, I would have been able to finish with the 1 liter, but I guess... this is better. Definitely. But yeah, this has not quite furthered my motivation in any way, shape or form. Like, I didn't have pace. It has been an entire struggle, but yeah, no, that was Max Farrell who said I've got to go. Taxi IRL, so gotta leave early. I just have a race with you guys, but that wasn't Max, he wasn't the guy I was racing. Yeah, Carol Grasinia was saying that this was like, this is boring with 3 GT4 cars. And like, my brother in Christ, I wasn't even able to fight you properly, and then you just retire. Because you were just... I mean, you were taking the piss and still leading, so I guess that's that. He was literally taking the piss. I see you've reappeared now. Can I actually now drink water and not like just fucking vault it back up? Yeah. Just pain, you know, with all these things. Oh, thank you that you reset the session.
Green light. Give it all you can.
But yeah, that guy just left for the reason. There was a GT3 driver that I think left because, you know, had to do stuff IRL. Where's my Red Bull Ring race replay? Thank you. Not pursuing him. It was occasionally a struggle to catch back up, but he was making occasionally mistakes to let me back by a little closer. The car just didn't quite let the pace happen, and it's like, it's been an issue for me with every single race that I've done in the past like 3 months or so. I don't have pace. There is no pace that I don't have any pace. I don't finish terribly. I still get some W's occasionally, and then also get some half decent finishes and slash drive up a Qualy order. But like, all of these aren't really overtakes on people. Usually they'll just, you know, either have the position and I hold it, or I just survive and all the others crash. And that's just like not. I mean, it is sustainable as like a strategy apparently, because I keep having like vaguely amount of success, but like this is, you know, mentally not sustainable. Because it's just like you separate a single mistake from just any chance of a decent result, like going up in flames. I mean, it's not really pressure, but like it's also pressure. It's not reason more pressure. When does the incident with the GT3 happen? I do catch up decently with him. I even get some side-by-side action briefly, but like can't quite obviously deliver on it because, you know, yeah, I was pursuing them here. Yeah, you can see he's always escaping as soon as there's any fucking straightaway. Okay, there comes the GT3 by me. And he goes up the inside of him and then just like gets stuck on the middle. And he just doesn't accelerate and I just ran him over. Bump! Just ran the GT3 over because he refused to just drive out of the corner. Then I have another moment of my car deciding to not corner turn 1. And then he decides that he wants to do more texting. Yeah, he decided to just text and drive in the middle of the straightaway and then decides to retire out of that one. Yes. It's one thing to take these events unseriously like I do, but like it's another thing to take it to this extreme. You know, bringing at least the effort in and just finishing. Yeah, he keeps the input in here and then just steers back to late. Yeah, considering I had to do a bunch of fiddling around with my headset and drive blind down a straightaway occasionally without hands on the wheel. Yeah, like he clearly is not good at this. I wanna drive something else, you know, like trying out GT3 cars that like I may drive in the next season. It's like I have so utterly no desire right now. It's like like him quitting mid-race, like that fucking sucks for me. Like there would have been some satisfaction of beating him at least, and it's just like, hey, I mean I'm 570S seems to be powerful again, and I picked the fucking AMG and barely am able to beat one, but I still beat it, and it's like, you know, I didn't beat it because it quit before I could beat it. It's like, well, you're like mentally better. It's like, no. The guy was clearly not fucking taking it seriously, so like, I'm not winning. I had to take the thing actually seriously to be competitive. Which is not good. I have to take it that seriously. And this livery is still kind of like slaps. That was still like one of those good 24-hour races because everybody just delivered. But massive issues. Jesus Christ, how many fucking Ferraris I have here. Oh yeah, right, because I have the entire livery set from the 12 hours from the 12 hours, which means I have all the funny liveries from all of these people. Emily Fry, Jaguar, M6. Oh yeah, this livery here. That's still kind of a cool livery, but like that was also like an arc of me trying a car that like never worked in the end. I mean, at least I didn't get some false dawn with driving. I hope it's not a false dawn. This result with the that we had tonight of just like, yeah, I can win still with it. Like, no, please. Like, I want to have better races than what I had tonight. I only had any fucking success because everybody else decided to quit before the end of the race. Basically. You know, what time is it right now? No, I don't want to leave the game. I still don't want to leave the game given time. 2319. Yeah. Oh great, not terrible. I've seen worse. Yeah, I mean, what is happening on LFM? Probably nothing of interest. It's also dejecting because, you know, having so few GT4 cars finish, it makes me feel like they're probably gonna scrap my class again. And it's like, Wilson was struggling to get into the server here. What was that? Oh yeah, his ACC was crashing on him. Oh, it was a fucking disastrous race. Someone was having audio issues with the USB out crashing. There's a ping in general here for the mainstream of it. Yeah, like. Right. Oh yeah, right. We want to look what LFM is offering right now. What is right now? I'll try for Sprint Cup in an hour 34. Nah. The M2 Cup in like 4 hours 48. Next event would be the GT3 Sprint. I would like to kill myself before I drive that. The GT4s are also like in 3 hours 38 for probably because wait, I just pressed the wait, did I select GT4s? Yeah, one of the GT4s and one of the LCS. Recent sessions. Oh yeah, right, there's a session right now running with 11 PM. How many people are in there? 24. Wow, there's actually a decent grid in GT4s on LFM. Like, just consider for a second, this is fucking stalled. Like, I would like to peel my eyebrow. Just analyze myself instead of driving solder. Or is there a common Mercedes? So, like, you know, people that drive this thing and are actually doing well. And then there's me. Pain there, yeah. Just pain. Misery and just pain. Man, this is just... I'm looking right now at a Aston just straight up phasing through a back again after a short call. Well, I guess you missed me talking a bit. Well, nothing happened. Jesus Christ, my G-shirt is still wet from the entire incident. But yeah, I guess you've missed basically the rest of the stream there. Not that there was anything interesting to happen in the first... Well, actually some interesting stuff happened, but like it was a lot of pain, and I would like not to have a stream similar to this one again. This wasn't particularly fun tonight. I gotta be real safe. I might have won the race, but oh boy, this was not fun in any sort of way. What's the scuffed cable management? I can look under my table and it's... Well, it's actually not that scuffed. You know, my cable... there's an attempt at cable management below my table, so it's like... And I've seen some of your scuffed cable management. Like, yeah, how much worse can it get? I shouldn't have asked. I know. I shouldn't have asked. It's just, it's significantly worse now, isn't it? Isn't it? So yeah. This was just fucking pain there. Nothing interesting is happening. I don't know if I guess I will just go to bed. Oh boy, what the hell is it? Am I gonna be looking at here in a moment? What is this here? Playing it, okay. A power strip mounted onto. Oh god, there's so many cables behind the PC there. The other power strip mounted also onto a leg. I mean, I guess it's a bit cleaner when instead of just laying the two power strips out underneath the disc, like I have. There's another ping from the Toga Discord. What are they doing? The Sprint Season 1. Not interested. It's not the Multiclass Championship I did there. This is not interesting either. Now it's the top 3 for GT3 only. I know, no one fucking cares about fucking GT4s anymore. It's just fuck us at this point, right? Well, why did I even let a vote happen for it? Why do I regret so many life decisions always constantly? Okay, fine. I mean, it's probably still gonna end up better than. That's all fuck so. God, I hate us. Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't feel like I should be feeling like shit, but like I kind of do feel like shit right now. It's kind of weird. Like my day otherwise have been fine. Like nothing went wrong. I would say this was a really good day. Last 2 days. Just like despite me it's doing stupid stuff like adopting an orphan AUR package and then, you know, instead of doing my homework, but I still ended up doing my homework fully. And this is like, yeah, this is I see this as like an absolute win. This things are looking up, I guess, and then like this race happened. Is like, man, I guess this ruined really my day here now, is it? Everything that could go wrong basically kind of went wrong in it. Especially my body attacking me. I was just like, yeah, that's like to the level of just shit's happening. I didn't win because I was the best driver. I won because like everything else fell apart. She's considered joining the group. Yeah, there's stuff that needs to be. I guess they gotta get back into the mines, doing some. Finally starting the process of developing the actually rendering engine for database, and not just, you know, the data storage, which that exists, that works. But you can't really do much without rendering it back out, so I gotta do that part. I'm not looking too much forward to it because I have genuinely not quite a clue what I'm doing there. WebSockets. It's like it's starting to be like at the edge of what I can do. Because it's a bit of an awkward to debug compared to just, you run a sample plugin and like you poke a bit around with the sample plugin. That's your testing regime. That works relatively well, but testing like a WebSocket, especially if the socket IO client doesn't work correctly, it's just just pain. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna call it now. Good night. Bye bye.